Historically, you, my brave Caucasian husband, are the person who racism hits hardest.
I'm a nurse. I know it seems like it should matter that I'm barely creeping into frame, but I promise you it does not.
These lines are gonna end up getting cut, yeah?
I am just a huge Oscars buff. The year before it had been Keira Knightley and Felicity Jones in The Imitation Game and The Theory of Everything, and so you kept seeing sort of the same Oscars for your consideration clip.
I have loved you.
Who do the things that no one can imagine.
Those are two incredible actresses, but it's like still they were in service of these dudes getting the showcase pieces. Even like their biggest moments in their movies were about supporting the man.
We'll get through this. I know it. You mustn't forget. You are extraordinary.
I was coming out of an audition for a totally different thing, and I was just super disheartened, and I was like, God, and I'm killing myself to not get this part when even actresses at the top of their game are scratching at each other to get these roles where they just like lovingly stare at a man and tell him how special he is. That was the first one that I did. It kept gaining momentum every time I did it, and it felt cathartic. The trope characters kept getting more and more meta and self-aware of the movie they were in.
Oh, hey, insert name here, right? I am nonchalantly guessing a name that is not your actual name, but does start with the same letter and or vowel sound as your actual name. This show of vague remembrance will galvanize you in your quest to win me, while reminding you that our interactions, so monumental to you, are mere blips on my social radar, despite the fact that I seemingly speak to a maximum of 2 people other than you.
There's so few roles already that when you get the one, even if you know it's not a great role, you will commit to it and try to do your best to put all of these things that are not on the page there. The sort of danger of that is that you will do so well in a role that isn't written that well, that then the writer doesn't realize that they didn't actually give you a great role. Some people will respond to various videos and say like, oh, this is such a roast of X, Y, or Z actress, and it's never about the actress. What they are tasked with is the thing that I want to examine and point at and say, like, give them more to do. Give these women more to do than to stand behind a dude or just be in service to some man's story. It is getting better, but that's also because we have started getting more women into the room and more female writers, female directors. People, men especially, in writing female characters need to be deliberate and see when, okay, this character that I'm writing is falling into this trope. Would my film be better served by making this character more fleshed out? I love Miranda Priestley in Devil Wears Prada so much. What I think The Devil Wears Prada does so expertly is set up what you think is gonna be a nightmare boss trope where she doesn't get any layers, and then there are just occasional cracks in her veneer that you see, and it keeps it surprising. If you're not seeing interesting stories by women on screen, you're gonna assume that they're not as interesting in life. I hope it makes them rethink think one choice. Hey, we have all men producing, what if we brought a woman on? What if we changed this thing about the character that would make the project feel more inclusive?